Hi, it's Katie here. I said I would do a bag change video, so I'm finally doing it. I had my 3-month colectomy anniversary yesterday, so I should be an expert at this now, though honestly I'm not. And it still can be trying sometimes, but the best thing is just to have yourself ready and stay calm and change your bag. So, I have my supplies ready for me already. I have my bags out. I have my adhesive remover, and I have my skin barrier wipes ready. These are from Convex. I also have my stoma adhesive powder in case I need to do any crusting around my stoma. I am an idiot, and last time I tried a flat wafer again, though I've been using Convex wafers since the second I could, but I didn't feel like getting out my new supplies I just had shipped, so yeah, I'm changing it today, and I expect it to not look very good because I could tell that it wasn't a good idea. So, unfortunately, that's what you get to deal with today while watching me change my bag. I have new bags that I got. These are from Convex. These are a filter bag, and I finally ordered the opaque. I was using the ones that I got right after the hospital, the clear ones. I love these bags. I think they're fantastic. I love being able to see what's coming out and being able to see my stoma and how the wafer's fitting on it. But I'm trying to get used to not using those so that I can go out in public and it's okay if a little bit of my bag's showing because I'm not showing everyone my poop. These bags I do like fine. The only thing I don't like about them is they have this little flappy on the top. So before I get started, I get rid of that flappy because I find it super annoying at emptying time. So I got my bag ready, get my wafer ready. This is a 45mm Convex moldable. It's Convex. And with this one, you have to roll up. Oh, it's so much easier without this thing on, but I'm not ready yet. So, this rolls up, and you fit it around your stoma, and it's beautiful and wonderful. But I don't know what size my stoma is or what exactly it's looking like right now, so I'll wait until I get my bag off to finish that. So, I guess I'm ready to go. I've got water handy, and I have these wonderful little cloths that I stole from the hospital. Like I said in my last video, take everything you can from the hospital. These scissors are from the hospital. These samples are from the hospital. These cloths are from the hospital, and I just cut them into perfect little squares for me to use during bag changes. And they're soft, and they're not like toilet paper, so they won't leave anything behind. So, I will get ready to change my bag. Some people prefer to put a towel in their waistband in case you poop. I'm not going to. I usually catch it. And if I don't, you'll see why you should. So first thing I do is get my handy dandy garbage ready and start to peel. This bag has only been on for a couple days, so it's actually peeling really nice, and I don't need to use the adhesive remover. Normally I do, so I will show you that. Let me zoom in more. So normally I would just rub the adhesive remover along the side of it while peeling it up, and that helps release it. Ooh. Get rid of that. This stuff is absolutely great for getting the black stuff off. And I was correct that I have been pooping all over myself, which I figured because it kind of stung. So, there is my beefers. If you follow me on any other format, Twitter especially, you'll have seen beefers a few times. he's changed a little. He's gotten smaller over this last 3 months, and also he seems to be more angled down. And sun just went behind a cloud. So he tends to poop down, and that can be a little troublesome. So you can see where my skin underneath has been a little raw from the poop. I do need to get some nystatin powder. I believe what I have going on here is a yeast infection. It looks like I have some leftover adhesive hanging around. So normally I don't care too much. Oh, and here's another thing I wanted to put. Anna D, I know you were worried, but having a little blood on what you're wiping with isn't a big deal. He always bleeds just a little bit, and it'll get better the longer you have it. So I'm going to use one of my adhesive remover wipes to just kind of try to clear this area, because it does look like I've had a buildup. Some people don't find the need to, just because it's just adhesive sticking to adhesive, then it's not a big deal. But with my skin being so irritated, I am going to. Try to get all that off. Another thing they say, you know, not to use soap or anything in this area, which I agree with. The one thing I have done before is to use, let's see, I actually believe this is from Convex. It is the aloe cleansing foam. I also stole this from the hospital, and it's steel. They're going to throw it away otherwise, so I took it. And I have used that to clean. Otherwise, you can just use a nice warm or cold. The cold feels so nice. This thing doesn't see the light of day often, so enjoy its time out. And there we go. So since I am having such a raw spot, I am going to do some crusting on it. I want to make sure it's dry. The powder is going to stick to the wet areas, and the wet areas are going to be these weeping open places, so we want to make sure it's dry so it's not just sticking to everything. And the problem with doing this is that if Wafer starts to spit up, it's going to get really annoying because I will have to redo it. So I got my barrier wipe ready, got my stone adhesive powder ready, and this is not stone adhesive powder. That was close. Oh, see, and this is why you should have a towel. Honey, do you want to hit pause while I go get my powder? Alright, so I'm an idiot. These are M9 drops. You can put them in your bag in case your poop smells, because your poop will smell. That would not have been good. This is stone adhesive powder. It says stone adhesive right on it. Wafer's is misbehaving. He's already pooped on my floor and my pants. Good thing these are yesterday's pajama pants. So this way a towel can be good. And obviously I'm a bit nervous being on camera. And I don't always do this by myself. I like to have my husband help me. It just makes things easier. But he's running the camera today. So I'm just going to get a little powder right in that bad spot. And then get the rest off. You don't want too much. And the barrier wipe is going to create a nice surface for it to stick to. Now the reason they call it crusting is that you can do this a couple times and get a nice layer formed. so that you're protected there and the adhesive won't stick to it and you can hopefully heal underneath. Now since all of this is a little icky, I'm going to just wipe my barrier wipe around it just to give it a little extra help. Alright, so I like to take my wafer, and it's not about pressure, it's about warmth. It should be pretty warm against your body. I just like to warm it up a little bit, just to be sure. I've had problems with wafers sticking in the past, and I just don't care to have that problem anymore. Oh ho ho ho, you jerk. Beefers has an attitude problem today. It's because I drank coffee. This is a terrible day to show you this. And yeah, I'm getting much better at crusting now. Believe me, it took me forever at first. Barrier wipe. Yeah, it's probably best not to throw things away if you can still use them, because you'll probably have to use them again. Alright, now, beefers will behave. I can get my wafer ready. So a lot of people say measure. Beefers hasn't changed in size in a while. So for me, measuring, it's kind of pointless. He's less than a 7/8, but he's not a 3/4. It's a really frustrating size, mainly because most of the sizes end at 7/8 or start at 7/8. When he was 7/8 exactly, I used a larger size wafer because it just fit perfect and snug right up against it. Now that it's smaller than 7/8, I have to use the smaller wafer. And unfortunately, the smaller... I suggest changing your wafer at a quiet time. And Beefers is not accepting this as a quiet time today. So, 7/8 was perfect, and it's gotten smaller. But it's not 3/4, so now I have to use a different size, and it gives me, with the Convex moldable, it ends up giving me a very large neck around it. So I think with my next change I might try to trim it. Unfortunately, Convex does not offer a cut to fit Convex. Hollister does, and it's a great wafer, it is, but I don't like Hollister bags. So I've gone to Convex instead. Well, now he's just being a jerk. And I'm not restarting, which I may regret later. So don't, take what I have to say to heart too much. But the problem also if I don't like with the multiples is I feel like it doesn't get right up next to the stoma at the skin level. Like I said, I'm only, 3 months and a day out, so I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet. But this wafer has caused me the least trouble. And I don't get blowouts, I don't have leaks. I do get a little bit, under, as you saw when I changed it. I get a little bit under. But that's usually my own fault if I'm taking too long or something like that. I leave my wafer on too long. So I feel pretty happy with it. The neck of the moldable is coming up around him. Everything feels secure. You can put your bag on beforehand so that you don't have to push on your sore area, but I'm just getting used to it now, so I don't mind. It's also harder to push these ones down with the filter on it. There it goes. So you hear a little snap. It sounds like a Tupperware container. So what I usually do at this point is keep my hand on it, keep that warmth. Like I said, it's more about warmth than it is about pressure. So I keep the warmth on it. I'll go lay down for a couple minutes, check my phone, that sort of thing. Don't forget to roll your bag up, because you'll walk away and start to be pooping everywhere. So I do this for a little bit until I know it's nice and secure on, and then I peel off my outer edge. When you're new to your wafers and bag changing, it is awesome to have a clear bag so that you can see that your stoma is doing well and that it's covered correctly. I also have a very pesky incision wound that hasn't healed yet, so I try to cut around that so that I'll still have a nice seal. So at this point I would wear a tight top, or even pulling my waistband, not of these obviously because they're covered in poop, up over it, something just secure to keep the warmth on it. And that's it. That's my bag change. So I have a new bag on. And you guys got to see me screw up a couple times, and so now you know it's not the end of the world. Stay calm if you accidentally put odor drops on it instead of stoma adhesive powder, but otherwise, yeah, it's not too bad and you get used to it. So there you go. You're all set. I'll do another one sometime when I am less nervous and I guess more prepared. But yeah, that was my bag change, so enjoy!